Hi everyone, I'm Rafi3D, and in today's video I want to talk about something that every creative person has faced: mental blocks. For years, these blocks, along struggles like depression, low self-esteem, stopped me from pursuing art. Overcoming them is tough, especially for someone who's battling these challenges. But I want to share my experiences in hopes that it might help someone out there. If you're struggling with lack of motivation, self-doubt, or anything similar, this video might give you some insights and maybe even help you push through. I'm not here to teach or give advice. I just want to share my experiences, opinions, thoughts. If you find something useful in them, that's great. Use it to your advantage. And stick around until the end, because I'll also give you a brief tour on my workspace, which I plan to explore more in the future videos. So let's get to it. My father's hobby is painting. And when I was a child, I was fascinated by his artworks. Once I suggested that he should sell his paintings, and he responded, "Who would want to buy my paintings? There are better artists out there." At the time, his words didn't really impact me. As I grew older, I realized just how much that sentence has affected my life. I've always thought of myself as not good enough. Yet my father would always say, "Don't worry about what others say, just do what you need to do." Somehow though, I wasn't following my own instincts. Instead, I was trying to please others, which was the main reason I didn't pursue my creative passions. Over the years, this led to a growing sense of depression, likely tied to not following my heart, which, well, left me unfulfilled. I found myself stuck in a job that I don't enjoy, driving forklift, moving pallets from A to B, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. While it pays the bills, it doesn't bring me joy. Art does. It took years and some extra encouragement from my girlfriend to break through these barriers and start doing what I love. At 34, I didn't feel like I have a purpose in life. My wonderful girlfriend, Carolina, helped me open my eyes, though it didn't happen overnight. We had arguments about how I spent my time. She'd get frustrated that I was playing video games all the time. And my response was, "What else am I supposed to do? I'm tired after work. I want to relax." Fortunately, she persisted. And at first, I only tried to do different things just to make her happy. But when I discovered Blender and I genuinely enjoyed working with it, something clicked in me. I realized I had been wasting so many years of my life, and that realization was powerful. It gave me the urge to make every moment count. Since then, I've been consistent with learning CG-related skills, but that doesn't mean it was easy. Depression still weighs me down, and there are days when I lose energy. Not every day is productive, and that's okay. I've learned that it's important to rest and avoid burnout. When I feel stronger, I pick up where I left off. The key is to move at my own pace. I don't think it matters whether you're 25, 37, or 65. It's about the journey, not necessarily about destination. You go to park and you can't relax. I may not know if I'm headed in the right direction until I get there, and I think many people can relate to that. 3 years later, I've developed skills in 3D modeling and Blender, texturing and Substance Painter, and preparing models for 3D printing. I believe my work is decent. Not the best in the world, but good enough for me. If you want to check out my artworks, click the link to my Artstation and Instagram down below. Creating brings me joy, and other people seem to appreciate it too. 2 months ago, I opened an Etsy shop where I sell my 3D printed bookmarks, candle holders, and nameplates. I plan to expand my offerings to more sophisticated items soon. I'm learning to make molds for silicone and concrete casting and to master airbrushing to give my creations more color. So there's a lot going on. None of this would have happened if I hadn't stopped worrying about what others think and just started focusing on the journey. Maybe I'll fail, but it's worth trying. Even if I don't become a professional 3D artist or my Etsy shop isn't successful, I'll still have a hobby that brings me fulfillment. It's all about mindset and persistence. I've learned that it's not helpful to dwell on what-ifs about the past. I'm focused on where I am now and how to get where I want to be. If any of you have struggled with similar challenges, whether it's lack of motivation, self-doubt, or creative blockages, feel free to share your experience or ask a question in the comments. We can all learn from each other. To summarize what's helped me, first, realizing what I truly want to do with my life, making a plan to achieve it. Second, support and encouragement from my girlfriend, my relatives, and also my community. I joined several CG forums, Facebook groups, Discord servers where I showcased my work and also asked for help and feedback. And third, being consistent and persistent. Although for me, battling depression and fatigue means that consistency comes in waves. There are days when I have no energy and I'm okay with taking a break, watching YouTube or Netflix, or even just sleeping. That's fine. The important part is getting back to my creative routine when I'm ready. Now that I've shared how I overcome my mental blocks, I want to show you the space where all of the creative work happens. And my workspace is also very important for me, for fueling my creativity. So let's dive into it. Here is my workspace where every project has its beginning. I have a pretty powerful computer, which actually is an overkill for most of the things I do. I bought it mainly for faster rendering, but since I have a printer, I don't do many renders. I work mainly in Blender, but plasticity is also very useful. For texturing and baking, I use Substance Painter and Marmoset Toolbag. DaVinci Resolve for post-processing and editing my YouTube videos. Next to it is my 3D printer, Bamboo Lab P1S with AMS module. It's super fast and reliable. I have almost 700 hours of printing time and no issues at all so far, so the ads don't lie. Next to it is my photo booth, where I take photos of final prints and upload them on my Etsy shop. It's pretty cool because it has different lighting temperatures and intensity, as well as light diffuser. And finally, I have this workspace, which I use for extra work with my 3D printed models, like cutting off the supports or sanding. At the moment, doesn't happen much here, as my prints don't require much extra work, but I created this station for my future projects, which will require casting concrete and silicone into 3D printed molds, as well as painting and airbrushing them. And this is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if so, please hit that like button and subscribe. Also, if you have any questions or thoughts you would like to share, drop them in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Until next time.